Hello, my name is Dave Burdick and I'm with bizBLISS. And I'm just going to, I guess, basically continue our discussion from a video recently, which was going into an overview of what our name is all about. And BLISS is an acronym for Build, Lead, Improve, Support, and Strengthen. So basically, today we're going to talk about build and the importance of building a foundation for a business. And I can personally just want to share a little bit about my ideology and kind of where I come from and what I do, my approach to things with our business and the business I've owned in the past. So anyway, so basically, I basically, a little bit to a fault, I basically am continuously looking at processes within our business to see how we can improve those and make them better. I've never been one that likes the statement that's been said, and I've heard a lot in my experiences. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm always under the impression where it can always, if it's not broke, it can be made better. And there's no better time to do that when you have a little bit of free time. And if you're a new business owner, you're getting your, you're going to have getting your new business started. You're going to basically be trying to chase down clients. You're going to be generating sales leads, following up on that. But inevitably, you're going to have some free time in doing that. So there's no better time when you're starting your business to continuously look at your processes as you bring on one client, two, or maybe three clients, and really evaluate the stream, the flow of that process, and to make sure that you're building strong processes that make that as easy as possible. Now, with that said, because if you're only doing, right now you're starting a new business as a new business owner, you might have just maybe five, six, maybe 10 tasks on your plate. Let's jump forward for a year, and we're going to look at that. Basically, let's say you now have 20 tasks on your plate, and in this week you need to onboard 6 new clients. Well, if you don't have a great process, or if you haven't spent time streamlining your processes and building a good foundation to do that, you're going to struggle, and eventually that could cause some issues. And as I see it, it'll happen in 3 areas. It can either happen, one, with your clients. They might, the service that you offer them might suffer. Second, it might affect your employees. You might get pulled in a lot of different directions and neglect to be able to provide your employees with the proper attention that they need. Or 3, and the worst, is that basically it's going to take you away from your personal and family life. Here at bizBLISS, we take as one of our high core values is the strength of family and the purpose of family. We view that as a very high priority in our business. Now, will that affect us meeting deadlines for clients? No. We're going to get it done, and we're going to meet your needs. But with that said, take the time so spending time, and I guess I'm going to relate. I have a background. If you look at my LinkedIn or looked at my history, you'll see that I have an extensive amount of time in technology. I've worked in various roles in the IT industry: software development, management, executive management. But I also then took a diversion after having a scare in 2006 with cancer. I took a diversion and became a chef. That was a dream that I always had. Went into hospitality just because I've always had an hospitable heart, and I've always had a gracious heart and wanted to serve. And so that was something I'd always wanted to do. And, kind of when you're sitting staring at the finality of cancer, it kind of makes you reevaluate your life and your priorities. So anyway, jumping forward, I just want, so one of the valuable lessons I learned when I opened my restaurant, and that was a fantastic time that God blessed me in order to do that, gave me the ability to do that. I had some fantastic people along the way that helped me get that established. And so it took a year, took my ideas on paper, formulated the plan and got that restaurant up and going in 14 months. And we were up and running for 3 years. And we were fairly successful at that. And, but that came without a toll. I had my priority. I can say personally, looking back, I had my priorities mixed up. Um, so basically, it ended up taking a toll on me. And at the end of 3 years, I came to a point where I had to make a decision of what I wanted and what was important to me. And I was staring at two major things, and that was either the restaurant I could continue pouring all my time into the restaurant to make it successful, or at that point, it was my family and the stress of the restaurant and what that was entailing. I valued my family much more, and I decided to walk away from that. Now, looking back, there could have been other solutions, but that's just what I needed to do at the time. I don't regret. I had a fantastic run. Had some fantastic people that helped that dream come true, and I'll never be able to thank them enough for what they did for me, and Lisa and I. But with that said, I mean, so one of the things I learned, back to what I was going to talk about, is basically what I learned in the restaurant or hospitality is you have to address everything with an urgency, the same level of urgency, whether you have one customer in the restaurant or 200 customers in the restaurant. And at least that, with that said, is basically you never want to rest and get too comfortable. And whether you have one ticket hanging in the window as a chef, whether I had one ticket in the window or whether I had 20 tickets hanging in the window, try to work at the same speed and make sure that you're working on those tickets at the same speed. One, because if you slow down and do that repetitively, you're going to basically slow your overall response time down. So when you get busy again, it's going to be difficult. And a chef of mine, a mentor of mine, taught me that, and I have never forgotten that, and have applied that to technology, and it's in our business now, and it makes a lot of sense there as well. So basically, every issue that you have, you want to press and address with the same level of urgency. That's whether you're working on one task or 20 tasks. You're bringing on one client or 20 clients. I mean, that's just something you want to do. And if you work on the process when you have one or two and streamline that process at that point, when you have the time to devote and rethink, then it's going to make that transition of growth a lot easier. And you'll be looking back and be very appreciative that you took the time to do so when it didn't make a lot of sense in the beginning. But again, so back to the original thing, so build, and we want to help our clients build a foundation for a better business. And that's looking at existing processes, looking how they can develop new processes, looking at what needs to change and what doesn't need to change. Because I'm sure there's a lot of things as an entrepreneur, you have many fantastic ideas and you've gotten to where you are because of who you are. And so, but there's always, and I'll say this, even for me, I'm constantly looking to improve myself, as I'm sure you are too, if you're in business for yourself. But again, I'd love, thank you for your time, and I'm glad you've listened to me about this. And this is just some of my thoughts. Our next thing, we're going to talk about leadership and how we help develop that in the business. And we hope that you'll join us. But if you have any questions or comments, please let us know. Again, my name's David Burdick with bizBLISS, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you very much.